Hi everybody, welcome to the Baguette Investor Channel for a new weekly video. Hope you had a great week despite the really hard swings that happened. I hope you are all well. I know these moments can be hard, so don't mind sharing your thoughts and experience in the comments to share how you're feeling, because I know some of you might have been destroyed by this market and you would maybe feel better sharing what's happened to you, and we're gonna see if you just got destroyed, what you can do in order not to get destroyed the next time. Because as you can see, uh, despite my trading performance being in a downtrend, it's not a catastrophe. It's only 1.4% down since the beginning of the year, which is not clearly a big deal considering the atrocious swings that has happened. You can see I'm only down like 820 euros since the beginning of the year, so it's not really a big deal. We're gonna see my crypto performance. You can see it's pretty stable. My profits in crypto are pretty stable, hovering around 15,000. So you can see that my crypto holdings are really absolutely not moving. Why? Simply because I've cashed out long ago. I'm secured my positions in USDT, holding into secured accounts. I don't hold them on shady accounts like Huobi, for example. I keep them into resistant, stable platforms that, even in the case of a massive crash, will maybe stay up to date, or at least will have my funds safe. So we're gonna see how the market happens, and how, if you got destroyed, or how, if you were surprised by this dump, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be surprised by what's happening right now. You should be used to it, because if you've been into crypto for some time, maybe you've only lived through the bull market, and that means, well, you've not lived volatility periods. Or if you are like me, you entered crypto in June 17. I entered crypto right there. I had the time to see how markets behave, and I'm pretty used to these kind of moves. So I'm gonna give my opinion on. I'm not gonna make predictions. I'm just gonna explain you how I view the market, and simply why I'm out of the market, and why I didn't try to rush, because I saw there was no point. So you see that back in the winter 2020, that was the moment where you needed to go hard, where you need to bet your house. If I would say, of course, this is not true. It's a metaphor. When I say bet your house, just please don't do this. I went hard during all this bull market here, and I managed to really try my strategy and really make a good understanding of how trading really works. It was my first time really going hard with big positions that for me were a huge number of money. And since this market top, which was, how to say, spring 2021, the market has stopped for me, for my accounts, and for most cryptos. This bounce right there is a high volatility bounce. It has only bounced in like one or two sectors. NFTs went really hard, but all the other cryptos really didn't do much during this bounce. It was nothing like what we had during the winter. So I cashed out most of my positions around there. And after that, I only went by small chunks. I never went hard again until we had a nice configuration. I could have gone slightly hard right there, but things got hot in there, but they got cold again when we faked breakout. And the fake breakout was really the moment when you know that the bull market is not mature and it's not strong enough. We can see this also on Ethereum. You were supposed, if you trade like me, to go hard somewhere like that. I went hard somewhere like this on Ethereum. I'd taken a big position, but I've been stopped when the market started to become choppy. There was still some hope when we held the support right there. And when we faked breakouts, that was really the moment. If you look at it on the weekly, this is just pure faked breakout, and a fake breakout results usually in a strong move back. And we still need to hold this support right there. And if we don't hold this, this is going to be crazy, and people are gonna you're gonna see what's going to happen on Twitter. This is going to be very interesting. If you're new to this, in these moments, you should rather either stay out or trade with very, 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 very little amounts, and you're not going to make a performance. If you're a trend follower, of course. If you're a scalper, if you're a range trader, this is the moment for you. But me, as a long-term, mid-term trend follower, I just don't know how to trade these markets. So the idea that I had was when I saw these fake breakouts here on Ethereum and here on Bitcoin, that was the moment where you're like, the market just does not want to go, and don't go hard on a market that does not want to go hard. Uh, on the other hand, when you see the markets constantly making all-time highs and moving very, very fast, very, very hard, that's the moment we need to go hard. That's the moment where you make the most of your money. So this drop was not absolutely, it was not, I'm not saying it was predictable. I'm just saying I'm not surprised to see what's happening right now. And you can see that as we're breaking down to all-time lows, we're just going to move, I don't know, either very fast or slightly fast to the support. And the big question will be, will this support hold right there? This is the big question I'm asking myself. What usually happens is that we can wick much lower, but what matters is the close in crypto, because there are usually huge liquidations during strong sell-offs, and that leads the price to make huge wicks and not necessarily breaking the support. You can see that right there. You have huge wicks that mean liquidations and people panic selling their cryptos. I couldn't open short on this candle right there. I was busy. I'm a little sad because I opened short there, got stopped. Opened short there, got stopped on my entry price, and now the right moment that was to open short, I didn't open. So I'm a little sad, but it's not really the big deal because it's not during a short like this that you're gonna make your yearly performance. It's more for confidence, but it's not how you make money. And if you look at other markets, they're just doing the same thing. If you look at French markets, they're starting to look very bad. If you look at S&P 500, it's even worse. We are breaking down. If you like, I don't know, some kind of trend lines or stuff like that, you might see trend line like this. Or if you want to see trend lines like this, you can see that we're breaking down. I don't care. I don't use trend lines. I just use support and resistance. And yeah, S&P 500 looking very, very, very bad at the moment. And the Nasdaq even worse. You can see that the Nasdaq is making a double top, while the S&P 500 is not making a double top. So the Nasdaq looks more bearish than the S&P 500 for quite a while, because for most of the time it was the opposite. The Nasdaq was more bullish than the S&P 500. So why is this dropping everywhere? Well, some people like to call a why, like the Federal Reserve raising rates. I don't know. I'm not paying attention to the why. I'm paying attention to the what's happening. And what's happening is that it's giving you some serious warnings. If you look at some of the big companies that were the best performers, you can see there are massive selling volume. Look at this red volume. I already posted this on Twitter, but this is telling you some people who are holding big are cashing out their positions, and this is what's causing these massive drops. You can see that we tried to make a parabolic run, but the trend could just not sustain and got kicked back. And now with massive selling volumes, and most companies, even though stronger trends, like this is one of the strongest trends, Accenture PLC is one of the strongest trends out there, and it's just not making it. We can take a look very quickly at I can remove this trade, it's closed. We can take a look at the biggest market cap and see how they are all, for now, looking very bad. You can see that Microsoft has already made its market top on the daily. Of course, if you're holding Microsoft, I believe you are holding it looking at the monthly, so you're clearly not selling. You may be taking profit, but be very cautious because there are earnings. I believe it's tomorrow. Yep, where we have earnings tomorrow. So the earnings are quite good in the past, but yeah, during this market environment, be very careful with what's going to happen with earnings. You can see that the gravity is really what's pushing Microsoft. It's clearly not a bullish chart. Same for Google. Breaking down the support. Amazon, absolutely crazy stuff going on Amazon. This drop on Amazon was so fast. We went down, I believe, 25% in 59 days. That's very, very fast drop. Tesla is also not as bearish as the other because it still did not break this big support on Tesla. I'm really paying attention to this level. I think we're going to crush it, but who knows? Might bounce. Facebook is also looking very bad. And Nvidia was one of the leader stock of one of the best sector in 21, which was semiconductors. And you can see that it's now looking very, very toppy. And we see the massive volume coming in. So is it the beginning of the huge correction on most indexes? I think it is. I think we are finally entering in a correction, because since we had the COVID crash, there has been no big correction. All the corrections were only slight, stable, and not very painful. We might have, the big 20% crash or even 50% crash. That would be completely healthy. That would wipe out the people that don't know anything. That would wipe out all the people who went there gambling. And that would settle us for a nice new bull market. So maybe the first month of this year are going to be very, very choppy and downtrending. But in the middle of the year, we're going to start seeing some good opportunities on the screeners. So yeah, final mention, I was hoping that value stocks were holding better than growth stocks. And I was completely right, because you can see that growth stocks are being completely destroyed while value stocks are holding much better, but value stocks are still going down. So there's no point holding crypto. There's no point holding a lot of stocks right now. The buying opportunities are not made. You do not buy looking at these kind of charts. And if you look at small caps, it's even worse. I don't understand why anyone would buy anything right now. Even if the market goes up, this is going to be a retest, and there is a high probability that we retest and then we go back down. So either you're holding big caps, mid caps, small caps, micro caps, technology, energy, financials, materials, anything. I don't see any reason why you would buy right now. Of course, if you're holding very nice trends and you are holding them through the correction because you're a mid or long-term holder, there's nothing wrong with this, and I'm nobody to tell you what to do with your money. But I don't see myself any reason why you would buy. And if you look at micro caps, this is just going absolutely crazy. Look how crushed the market is. We had a 1-year consolidation that results into a breakdown. This is very sad, but it's healthy. We need this in this market to purge a lot of the hype and a lot of the people who think they are good traders when they are actually just bought at the right time when there was a massive inflow of money right there. So yeah, if you see fake breakouts, you see breakouts canceling, just don't go hard on things that don't work. It's the basic rule of trading: cut your losers and add to your winners. And when this trade started, I might have set a small position right there, and it started not to work. I just cut it. When something doesn't work, I just cut it. It's better to have a small loss than a big loss, and everybody's going to agree with me on that, especially during these times. And you can see that if you bought Bitcoin here and you held through this whole thing, you need to have a very, very good belly or guts, I would say, because it's very hard to hold during these big drops. So yeah, stay strong. I hope you guys are going to go through this very nicely. There's not much to do and say apart from staying out, watching, and being prepared for the next buying opportunity. Maybe there are going to be some people playing the bounce right there. I won't be playing the bounce. Absolutely not. I'm not playing any bounce in a downtrend. In a downtrend, I'm looking for shorts. I missed the shorts to take right there, so I'm just going to stay out and don't try to force trade anything. That's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you are going to do well. Stay strong. If you have any issues with your trading accounts, just please message us in the comments, and I hope the community will be glad to help. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Have a nice week.